boy!
For 246 years, Africans were slaves, and for 99 years, they were segregated and treated less than whites. And since then, America abolished segregation, but we still have spent the past 56 years living through the oppression inflicted upon us, just without the physical binds of shackles and bondage. Throughout those 401 years, the hatred of Black people has been passed on for generations. We now live in a world where unarmed Black people are openly killed by police in mass numbers. What's interesting to me is how an unarmed Black man gets shot 7 times in the back, and as a result, he is now paralyzed. In that same city, within the same week, a white man walked past a swarm of police officers while carrying a semi-automatic rifle after he just killed 2 people. Not only was he not arrested, he wasn't even approached.
I think police brutality is having a profound impact on this generation, especially because of social media and the tools that are at our disposal to actually view what's been happening. African Americans have been complaining about police brutality for decades, and there was never any real proof. It was often the word of the officer against the accuser. Now you actually have video proof from phones and other instruments that record these interactions with the police officers. So it is scarring our psyche. It has scarred my psyche, the psyche of my children, and I can only imagine the psyche of multiple African American children around the country, especially those who've been pulled over and watched their parents murdered, abused, disrespected. You can't have a positive feeling of police or authority when those sorts of things are occurring.
The first time that I really understood any dynamic about police and men in the community, I was about 12 years old. And a very good friend of my mother was gunned down by police right at the end of our block. I think they said something like he was shot 36 times.
I don't think all police officers are bad. I feel like there are some that are, the good bunch, but I feel like there needs to be more good police officers.
I am afraid of being pulled over by the police because whenever I see the lights come on when they're behind me or anything, I always get anxiety, my heart starts racing, anything like that. Even when they're in front of me and they're pulling over somebody, I get anxiety for them.
Unfortunately, I think it's important that all Black children understand that the law is not necessarily working in their favor. You are not necessarily innocent until proven guilty. If you are young and Black, you are guilty until proven innocent.
Justice looks like equal treatment across the board. Everyone gets a fair chance, and I mean really fair chance. Justice is equity, and that's something that we are not seeing a lot of today, which is why people are looting and protesting.
When people protest, there's a reason for it. And here's what I find unfortunate, that a lot of times people will not pay attention until people are angry enough that they want to loot, or they want to damage property, or they want to be negative.
Everyone seems so concerned about property damage and looting. We can rebuild and repair damaged property, but we can never get those lost lives back. America, ask yourselves, how long should it take any group of people to be recognized as human beings? How long do we have to beg for our rights? How long do we have to live in fear? How long do we have to protest without being heard? How many more mothers and fathers have to lose their child? Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere.